Every week on AFTV Picks, we give away £1,000. Get involved right now. The link is in the description, but you've got to be over 18 to enter. AFTV Picks. Hey, yo, bro. All right, cool with that now, man. AFTV Picks.
Hi guys, and welcome to the build-up with me, Cecil Jee, and James B. And obviously we'll be looking ahead of today's game against Liverpool. But guys, before we do that, now it's been a heavy week. It's been a very heavy week for football fans across, and especially people here at AFTV. It's been heavy, obviously, with the passing of Claude. So I just want to start by saying that every super chat today is going to his family for the funeral costs. So please get in your super chats for Claude. Also, there's a link on a GoFundMe page in the description. Make sure you go do that and donate what you need to donate for that. And at the 19th minute, everyone here, you can hear it in my voice. We're going to stand up. We're going to do a round of applause at the 19th minute. He was born on the 19th. So we're going to be doing that at the 19th minute. So I hope you guys can join us in that as well, from wherever you're watching the game from today. But yeah, it's been tough. I knew Claude. I'm not going to spend too long on it because we got to look at the game. But I knew Claude very well. He was at AFTV FC with me when I was there. A genuine guy, very honest. That is what I drew my love for him, and how honest he was, just with his emotions and how he felt, and his love for Arsenal was second to none. But yeah, that's it. I don't want to spend too long on it, like I said. But rest in peace, Claude. Rest easy, my bro. And yeah, it's been a tough week for a lot of us.
Yeah, I'll be straight up. I never had the pleasure of meeting Claude, but when I joined AFTV, and I'm being like genuinely sincere and honest here, like everyone just spoke wonders of it, like honestly, and the tributes that have come in the last sort of week and so have been
amazing.
Have been very fitting, and the Arsenal tweet, and you know, there's I think more going on as well. So yeah, just. Yeah, you know, big love to everyone who's going through all that, and you know, it's been a tough week, but we're back.
We're back.
Football,
and it's mad because I haven't been here for a week, and I'm just gonna.
Oh, you can give me a hug. Oh, I've missed you, man.
I missed you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Real stuff. Like,
you want to tell everyone what you've been doing?
No,
is that all? No, is that all?
Do that
okay,
right
all
now.
right.
I'm gonna be. Yeah, I've been away, but I can eventually. But right now I can't. But it's good to be back.
Cecil's doing big things.
I'm trying. It's not about me, but about AFTV. But yeah, we're trying.
No, but you are.
Yeah, I appreciate
big up
that.
everyone here. Pippa as well.
Pippa as well. She's
Pippa
downstairs. Just to let you guys know, it's a great day for you guys if you're going to be tuning into all the content today. Start 11, watch-alongs, the fan cams. We've got Troops in the building. We've got DT in the building. We've got Pippa in the building. Big up her again, as James said, BT Sport, the co-side net. We've got Charlene. We've got the whole squad. Ty's downstairs. Do you know what? It's a really, I want to say, it's a nice day. You're around the right people. It's a nice day.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going to be really full of great emotions. Hopefully Arsenal can get the win. And we can just be in great spirits today. But yeah,
it's needed.
Let's get to it. Before I start, obviously, I've got to. Am I forcing it? Am I forcing it a little bit?
It's quite warm in here.
I'm going to be honest, yeah.
You get sweat throughout this whole show.
I bought this jacket. I hope you can't hear me on the mic. Can you hear me on the mic? With the coat, the waving, let me know. So
you just told us you can do it.
Thank you. So I got this jacket.
It's a nice jacket.
I think I'm forcing it because it is a bit big. People are saying, geez, is that Robbie's or is that there? People have taken a mick out of me, but it's an old, I like the classic look. But yeah, right, let's get in.
No, you're taking that one.
Oh, it's like a wrong show, it's like a... All right, cool, here we go.
Right, you've warmed up a bit now.
James, I know you've been looking at Liverpool, been doing analysis. I want to know, one, how we could potentially beat them today. What have they been like recently? Because in my opinion, I haven't watched loads of them, but I know they've been dropping points everywhere. They've had a lot of injuries, I know that. And I did a lot of analysis before this, watching up on other people's opinions of us and Liverpool, but I'd love to hear what you got from looking at them.
And I think it's fair to say that a lot of the analysis and pre-match has been all about how Liverpool are probably going to destroy Arsenal, which surprised me because, look, I'm not sitting here going, we're going to win, I'm really confident, but I think this contest, and you know, hopefully it proves to be the case, is going to be a better fought contest than perhaps people are expecting. I know Liverpool have been on bad form. We're going to touch on why.
Yep.
But I think there's still this expectation that, or this assumption that Liverpool at some point going to click again. They're going to find what it is that made them so good over those 3-4 seasons, won in the Champions League, a Premier League, and they might well steamroll us. And to be honest, if we're not on it, They can definitely do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to go into more detail about Liverpool themselves, what the numbers are saying, why they're struggling. There's a lot to it. There's injuries, but I think there's internal things that they could be doing more about. Klopp's a world-class manager, don't get me wrong. He's arguably the best in the world. I think Pep is, but people would argue Klopp. But the numbers are interesting, so let's go into them. The first thing to look at here is that, obviously, we've got the league table. They're sitting 7th. Now, that is so far from where they belong. They're so far from... Even they started the season quite well. People forget that up until about sort of November, December, they were top of the league. They were playing some of their best football at times. Even with the injuries, they were kind of getting by. And then, as you can see here, where are they? 46 points. A win for us today puts us a point behind them. That, as Mo tweeted in the last hour, that's rightly not where we want to be looking, but it's still sort of interesting context. I then had a little look at their last 10, and I think this is where it gets really interesting. 4 wins in their last 10 games in all competitions. 2 of them came in the Champions League, but some of the defeats in there are really poor. 1-0 defeat at home to Fulham, a 1-0 defeat at home to Chelsea, a 2-0 defeat at home to Everton. Everton hadn't won there in God knows how long. 3-1 defeat at Leicester, having gone 1-0 up quite late in the game. 1-0 at home to Brighton, who are leaky as anything and create loads of chances but don't score goals.
Yep.
There's been some 4-1, there's been some absolute shockers in there.
Yeah, wow.
Now, the first thing people have pointed to is their injury record, and I think this is right, because Liverpool have had it very difficult with injuries, there's absolutely no question.
Yep.
Virgil van Dijk missing 33 games. Joe Gomez missing 30, Joel Matip missing 27. Now, these are the three main centre-backs.
Yeah, 100%.
And we're going to look at how that might have impacted them in a bit. But there's more, Naby Keita, Thiago at the beginning of the season. People forget, when people talk about Thiago having a poor season, people forget that he joined very late because the Champions League, he won the Champions League with Bayern Munich, where he was class. That ended very late. He had to join the club. He was thrown straight in because of injury problems. Then he got an injury himself, and then he's thrust into the Liverpool team hoping to change their fortunes. And he's not really the kind of midfielder that's succeeded at Liverpool over the last couple of years. And Diogo Jota, who was bagging in goals when he signed, misses 15 games through injury.
Yeah, killer. I just want to quickly pause you there. Christian G, thank you very much for the super chat. Afternoon, guys. Let's hope Arsenal get this win for Claude. And 100% agree with that. Let's hope we can. Like I said, donations can come through super chats or the link in the description. Get them in, guys. All going to Claude's family. Looking forward, okay. So we're looking at the formation now of Liverpool. And
right, so this is where I mentioned the injuries, and I wanted to just touch on how that's impacted them and why I think people aren't giving Klopp and Liverpool enough credit, maybe not enough credit, but enough kind of slack for the impact that it has on them. So I want to start with their centre-back. So Joe Gomez and Van Dijk.
Yeah.
All right, you get a couple injuries there. What we're going to do is we're going to take out Van Dijk, and we're going to put in, if I can find him here, Joel Matip. So he comes in. So, all right, one centre-back out, another centre-back in. Now, I'm not saying, by the way, this was the order that happened. I think Gomez might have got injured before Van Dijk, but whatever. I'm just trying to make a point here.
Okay.
So you still got your 2 positions affected. Joe Gomez comes out, and then their way of answering this, or Klopp's way of answering this, was to move Fabinho into centre-back, which meant, I don't know, you bring in Thiago, and then let's bring in Curtis Jones just for the sake of it, right? But what you've done is you've now weakened a third area of your team.
Yeah, your midfield.
Then Joel Matip gets injured. You take out Matip, and he decides to bring Jordan Henderson back.
Yeah, I found this very strange when they were playing with this, with that back line.
And then you bring in Keita, and now that's 4 positions that are, let's say...
disrupted, or not...
disrupted, missing their strongest player in that role.
Correct.
And then the rest is basically a filling job, whether it's Curtis Jones who plays, or Wijnaldum. In fairness, it could be Wijnaldum. You've had Firmino out at times, you've had Jota. But don't underestimate what this, and I'm going to do it in white, what this area of the pitch means for Liverpool. It's absolutely crucial because everything about them and what they did at their very best was high press, intensity.
The Jurgen press.
He took it from Germany, the Gegenpress. It was all about suffocating teams. Your engine room was your midfield, but your centre-backs were your sweepers. The thing is, though, that Fabinho then gets injured, and then who's left? I'm not even sure I've got their other options. It was Right.
There was a
Nat Phillips,
yeah.
Reece Williams. They recently signed Kabak. So let me
Kabak,
just.
yeah, I think I'm speaking to Liverpool fans. That people are liking the look of Kabak, but yeah, they signed.
He's playing well at the moment. But there you go. So that engine room is crucial to them. And then since then, Henderson's got injured, so you pull him out as well.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare for Liverpool when it comes to injuries.
It has been a nightmare.
You're right in what you said though. Taken out of different positions just disrupts the whole team. And I think the players that came in, players that were there before, they were cultured in Jurgen's way that he wanted to play, and just throwing players in and trying to make them get to the level that they were Liverpool champions level. It's hard. These players struggled. I mean, it's clear,
Listen,
and teams took advantage of that.
I agree with you. Football has become more than ever about.
It's chess.
About what?
It's chess. I'm telling you.
Right.
It's chess.
Systems and things function in a certain way. Look at Man City. They were pretty poor last season by their standards, and iffy start, but when it clicked, they go on this unbelievable run, and it's the fine margins that make a difference here. So I wanted to touch on this, but while I give Klopp and Liverpool a lot of slack for, the injuries they've had, the way they've tried to fix it, it's not really worked. I definitely think there's an argument for they should have looked ahead at this, because Klopp's always played the same 15, 16 players the last 3-4 years. Okay, they brought in Jota, okay, they brought in Thiago, okay, they brought in Tsimikas, but I think they could have addressed that more. That's one thing. The second thing is, Nat Phillips has never really, Alex said it himself from the COP TV, he's not done badly when he's come in. He's never disappointed. I think 3 Man of the Match awards when he started. Yeah. So really, he should have been coming into the team. Obviously, Kabak's now playing with him. But it's not all about that. I wanted to look at something else here. Yeah, go on. Do you want to go into some?
Just a couple of super chats
again.
Yeah,
absolutely. Man.
Thank you, everyone. Donating Bishal to Claude. Thank you. Mohammed says RIP Claude, thank you for the super chat. It's got, the way it's going.
Yeah. And just a reminder actually for anyone who's coming late, it is all going towards helping Claude's family, you know, all the funeral costs and everything. So
it's expensive. It is very expensive. So
they mean more than ever, these super chats, genuinely. So
100% echo that. And V says the return of Fabinho to the midfield has 2 recent wins versus Wolves and RB Leipzig. By the way, RIP Claude from the LFC fans.
Yeah,
much love to you all. Good luck today. Good luck to you. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Cheers,
I wanted to look at these. I've called them Liverpool's most damning stats. And the reason I'm going to bring these up is, if I ask you now, what do you associate Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool with when they're at their best? You talk
high press.
Intensity, high press.
Quick on the attack.
The word, I think Klopp used it himself, mentality monsters, right? They were psychologically so tough, stuck in. It wasn't all about tiki-taka and always breaking down opposition. It was about forcing you into mistakes, suffocating you, making you just collapse, really, mentally and physically.
I think what you said before about, if they get injured, there'll be a problem, but I think Klopp trained their mentality to be like, we're not going to get injured, we're going to keep going on this run, we're going to keep winning titles, but everyone could see, it's going to come to an end. But I think, like you said,
I think pandemic football played a part.
And that as well. I think that as well fatigued the players and led to injuries. But
absolutely. So this brings me on to some of the most damning stats that I think are the furthest thing from what we know about Liverpool under Klopp. Goals conceded after the 76th minute, 11 of their 36. So a third of their goals are coming in the last 15 minutes of games. That is not what you associated. It's what you associated Liverpool under Klopp in the first few years with. Conceding from set pieces, late goals, sloppiness. Not in the last few years, though. Big chances created. They're second in the table.
Wow.
They've created the second biggest with 74.
That doesn't surprise me with the players that they have. Especially we're going to talk about Robertson later, but especially Robertson. But still, I didn't know that.
People talk about not having a 10 and lacking creativity or whatever, but if you look at their big chance conversion rate, they're 10th. So that's the big point. You're creating the second highest, but you've got the 10th best conversion rate, which isn't what Salah, Mane, they're killers, man. They are killers. They're scorers.
100%.
They don't need any chances to score. So that's a pretty poor return. Then you go to their cross completion. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson, the amount of balls they whipped into the box with accuracy, the problems they caused from it. But they're 16th in the table for cross completion with only 18.4% actually getting on someone's head.
Yeah, I find that interesting.
Very worrying.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
And then the last two, you wouldn't believe this. The Gegen press, the mentality monster, the team that suffocate you into mistakes, ranked 18th in the league for duels with 2,000 or so, 3,000 or so. But their duels won as well. 19th with 47.8%. This is shocking. Terrible. That is so far from the Liverpool we know. And to just compound this even more, Here's some stats on Liverpool when leading games. They've led in 18 games, but 5 of them they've either drawn or lost. Not what you associate with Liverpool. Away from home, again, 4 drawn or lost. This is when they've been ahead, but more worryingly, when they've actually been behind in games, they've only won 3 games in which they've gone behind.
Yeah.
Not really the kind of mentality you're used to from champions. When they've had that away from home, they've gone behind 4 times. They've not won a single game.
Blimey.
That is not what you associate with Liverpool. And it just all brings back to, yes, the injuries, yes, the pandemic football and the schedule, but there's things and fundamentals that they have moved away from, whether it's because of tiredness, whether fatigue and the schedule and the level they've played at for so long, yes, could all play a part in it. But injuries has also played a part too.
And again, it seems like it's declining. Like their momentum, their performances are all declining, in my opinion. That's why I'm quietly confident for today. I only say that because we had similar stats, James, when it comes to when the team goes in front, we struggle to win the game back. I think we have 3 as well wins from coming from behind. So we had that, but I think now we're kind of on the upturn, and things are looking positive at Arsenal, in my opinion, of what we've seen, how the things that Arteta has been implementing. I am quietly confident for today. We have to keep certain players quiet, which we're going to move on to very soon. We're going to talk about the danger men. I'm quickly just take some super chats again. Alistair Wright says, RIP Claude, had a 5-5 draw dream this week, going for a 3-1 win.
Blimey.
Sign up. Imagine that's the sort of game. That would be exciting.
Yeah, wow.
But the 3-1 win, I will take the 3-1 win.
I'd rather a 1-0 win.
Yeah, I actually think I'm going to ask you about that in a second, actually. And he ends with sign up Odegaard, which I think has been a talk of many Arsenal fans this week. And it's going to continue. I think that's someone we really need to snatch up in the summer, definitely. But I haven't been here for the week, so I didn't really get your match to score predictions. I'm not going to do that right now. But what do you think? Or how do you think the game's going to go? Do you think it's going to be an open game, loads of goals, or do you think it's going to be a quiet game, low-scoring game? Because I actually don't think it's going to be massively exciting. I know that sounds really boring, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
No, I think it'll be quite an open game, actually. I think this will be quite a good game. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah. I mean, this is a good time to look at your danger men, actually.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Do you know what? I'm just going to let you play. I'm going to let you. I've missed you this week. I'll let you have your moment.
Thank you. I'm going to play this song. We'll do it in 2 seconds. Pierre-Emerick in the comments says, bonjour, James and Cecil. Big up Pierre-Emerick. Thank you for joining the show.
Thank you, Thierry. Bonjour to you.
Bonjour. Jordan Stevens says, RIP Claude. Thank you. Again, the super chats are all going to him and his family. Max Krish, I'm going to shorten your last name there. Thank you so much for a super chat of £5. It all gets, like I said, donated to the family over this sad time to help towards funeral costs. Right, last one that I may have missed. Oh no, I've read them all. Perfect. Nice. It is now the time. It's been a while, but what's going on here?
Oh, what's happened? I still hate it.
So I call that last.
I still really hate it.
I call that last little bit checking the shoulder. I don't know, yeah.
Let's just get on with it.
I enjoy that. All right, cool. So, the obvious. I've got 2 danger men this week. Very, very... I thought I'd go with 2, only because the obvious would be Mo Salah. He is an exceptional finisher. Now, the thing that annoys me is... I said this about Kane when we did the Tottenham build-up, and I was like, yeah, he's an exceptional finisher. But I didn't know they were joint top goal scorers in the league at the moment. And they're both on 17 goals. Kane. Yeah, both on 17 goals.
Do you know what? What Kane's doing this season gets talked about a lot more than what Salah's doing.
Thank you.
Absolutely, it
Thank you. That was my point. That was literally my point. I didn't know this, and I was like, wow. When I was going through his numbers, I was like, no one's really checking for Salah. That may be because of it can't be because of their performances, because Tottenham aren't doing too great either.
I think the English media love Harry Kane.
Oh, I didn't want to say it. Well,
it is.
Yeah, it's true.
In fairness, I think they love Salah too, but
they
it's going because the main narrative around Liverpool is. They're struggling, they're not where they should be. Yeah. So Salah's not getting the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, he gets drowned out, his successes of his goal scoring record. But he is an exceptional finisher. Honestly,
unbelievable.
Watching back some of the games, he's getting goals from just literally half chances. So I've got his stats here. He's got 17 goals, 6 from penalties, which I found interesting. Left foot, 16.
He's not the most right-footed player, is he? I'm trying to think of a right-footed goal. I think there was one great one he scored.
Back in the 1970s. I'm joking. No, basically the reason why I had to put it up there and I looked into it is because I've got another danger man, which I'm going to lead on to next. But the play that Liverpool really succeed with is coming down the left side and getting it in, and it gets crossed into the box, and then Salah's coming in on his left foot and finishing it in, rather top corner, bottom corner, but it comes in from one side and Salah comes in off the right and finishes it off. So, I just thought that was very, very interesting.
He's a funny player because
finisher.
He's a right winger,
yeah,
but he spends very little time on the wing. Like, he's very central, he's very in between. He's pinning centre-backs or full-backs. He's, if you're Kieran Tierney, you're very worried about getting too high up the pitch, because if you leave Salah exposed with all that space, one-on-one with, to be honest, there's anyone in our team who can deal with it, it's Gabriel, as opposed to anyone else. Murray might start though, who knows? Who knows,
but he's a very aggressive striker as well, in the sense of like he's hungry for goals. That's all he does.
Absolutely.
Someone on the right hasn't got. I don't think he's got any assists, so he's very much. We know this. He's a massive goal threat, and I like this sort of striker, just hungry and wanting goals. And then one goal from his head, not a massive header of the ball, I guess. Yeah. One goal, and then inside the box, 10 goals. So that is the danger man that obviously everyone's aware of.
7 outside the box. Wow.
Good distance, good record. We've got to be aware of
This is the thing, he can do it from distance, he can do it in the box. He's a poacher as well as a creator. Yeah. And by creator, I mean a creator of his own chances, like when he's got nothing on. I remember a goal against Everton. I can't remember who he pinned, one of the centre-backs, or he had it and you just thought, all right, where's he going to go? And he just kind of shrugged him off and moved around and then just whipped it in the top corner. I thought, really? There's nothing on there. And he's very capable. And this is unpopular, right? I prefer Mane as a footballer, but
there is a debate for this.
They're both world class.
There is a debate for this.
They're both unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I do worry a little bit.
Yeah, people say who does it in the bigger games, who scores in big. Yes, Salah's
something about Mane. He's so like, I don't know how else to put it. He's just a pain. He's a pest, and I mean that in the best way, because he's good with the ball and he can beat a man, he can take you on, but he also, like, aerially, he can match you. He's got such a leap, and he's happy with both feet, and he'll hit it from distance, he'll hit it quickly, he'll toe punt it if he needs to. Super talented.
He's massively talented. Right.
But he's not your second danger man, is he?
No, my second danger man is Andrew Robertson.
Interesting.
Do you know what? I looked at Jota as well, because I actually think he's been in incredible form as well of recent, especially internationally.
He's just a poor Kieran Tierney, though, isn't he?
This is the debate. This is the debate. I don't want to go into it. The Liverpool fans in the comments are going to be
I'm joking, kind of.
I'm joking, kind of. Look at you. Say it with your chest. No, obviously, Andrew Robertson, I picked him as a second danger man.
Quality player.
I'm going to quickly, before I read through his stats, super chat from Ben Misic says, Claude may be gone, but will never be forgotten. AFTV legend, 100%. I lost my father about 5 months ago, unexpectedly. That is the sad part about life. You never know when it's our time to go.
Blimey.
Listen, condolences to you, and thank you for your super chat, but it's very true. It's tough. It's been a tough day. But yes, I'm just going to look back at Andrew Robertson. So left back position, I'm sure you guys are aware. He's had 29 appearances, so he's played in almost every match he's been available for, which you can probably tell with all the injuries that Liverpool had. I think they've used Andrew Robertson as their main outlet, and a lot of goals come from that side, even though your stats are I don't know if they counter this. No, they kind of go alongside this. I think Robertson is their main creative side. He's the highest with 5 assists.
Him and Trent, the fullbacks, are the main creators.
100%. I think Trent's not having a good season at all this
season.
I'm
not even sure Robertson is, but he's just so dangerous. I remember in the Community Shield when we beat them. I don't know, it's only the Community Shield, okay. But when we were defending that deep, they resorted to Robertson whipping the box. And when they beat us at Anfield, I think he scored in that game. He's for a left back, he's unbelievably advanced and he's unbelievably creative and so important to what Liverpool do in terms of their goals. Sorry, I jumped in.
No, that's 100%. Listen, James, I love to hear everything you have to say as well, so it's fine. I love when you break down other things, what we're talking about as well. Sorry, I'm rambling on. But assists, he's got the highest of assists with 5.
You've missed me, haven't you?
I have, man. Honestly, literally, I've been out of this building. It's like, as soon as I saw you, when I come downstairs, like, James, man, it's been a while. But it's getting mushy. Let's get back to the stats. Passes in the opposition half, so he's got the highest as well, 1,311, which is incredibly high, by the way. That is, I think it's almost more than double of any other player in the team. So that is a massive stat that I looked at as well. And crosses attempted, again, he's the highest in the Liverpool team of 229. So a lot of chances come from Andrew Robertson, and someone to definitely be aware of. If we cut that out, though, we cut a lot of their their attack out today. So hoping for the boy that Arsenal on it, and we can keep them quiet, especially Robertson and Salah. They've got a few dangers, man. I like Jota as well, but I think they're the two we need to really focus on.
You said something spot on there, which is almost if you cut the supply to Liverpool, you go a long way towards stopping Liverpool. And I think where I see a lot of truth in that is, I feel like the tactics never stop Salah and Mane. That is so difficult to do.
Yeah, you can't.
You're telling me that over 90 minutes they're not going to get the better of you once. No, they're too good there, because it's not just about what they do with the ball, it's what they do off the ball, and they're dangerous. By the way, Liverpool's attack this season hasn't been what it is. Even with all the defensive injuries, it's more the front three that have struggled to live up to the expectations. But it's more about, as I said, stopping the supply, because if Salah gets one chance and I've got to bet on whether he's going to take it or not, I'm more often than not betting he's going to take it.
Yeah.
And stopping your likes of Robertson and stopping their midfield dominating are a big part of it. But you're right, Robertson and Trent are absolutely part of that.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have mistakes in them. If we look at the game 8 months ago when we played them and we won 2-1, it was Nelson and Lacazette that scored, but they scored from pressing the ball and taking it off them in their own half. So I feel like that is what Arsenal should do today. It should be at the front foot, pressing them, and I think they wouldn't expect it, Liverpool. So I think, I
saw a tweet saying Liverpool have never been the same since that day. Arsenal fans are so shameless.
We are.
I love it.
We are terrible. We are terrible. That was it though. Like, we literally pressed them and suffocated them, and Liverpool are known for their press and all that. But when we did it to them, they didn't like it, and I feel that is how I think we should attack the game today, and just force them into mistakes. It's very basic. Analysing as a manager thing that they say, force them into mistakes. I hate it, but that is what I actually think we should happen today. Right, I've got some general discussion.
So I've not been prepped for this. You just said I just want to ask you questions, James.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Shall I bring up the picture now?
Let's bring up the photo first, guys. People in the comments as well.
There he is.
Thoughts on this, right?
Hey, leave him alone.
No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that today. I'm not doing leave him alone. I know he's the captain. I know it's a bad man.
This is what you stand for. You stand for players having...
No, not at all.
Right,
but
okay.
I'm talking about in the changing room, when I was playing, I just hope there's players in that changing room at Arsenal that when he walked in with this, he got grilled. There must have been...
You see Lacazette posting on his story?
Yeah, they were vibing. They were like, oh my God.
Yeah, I love it. What's wrong?
No,
what's your problem?
Bro, back in the day, if a player dared come in like this, the banter that they'll be receiving, and I know it's a bad man, you'd be like, oh, it's our captain, but I expected some of even the younger players to step up and be like, bro, what are you doing? Like Medusa. Like, come on, bro. Like, there should be banter thrown his way. He's got snakes hanging off his head. If he gets some goals...
I think it suits him. What was that? What was Lacazette calling him? Travis Scott? That was funny.
Yeah.
I love Travis Scott.
I think it's too much... Listen, I respect the confidence
Travis Scott's great.
Hair doesn't matter. It doesn't suit his forehead, to be honest. This is what I'm saying. This is the banner. This is what should be said to him. Like, he should be getting grilled. Obviously, he should have his confidence and whatnot. On the pitch, it's a different story. But I'm saying the confidence that players can just walk into the change rooms with all of this, and I'm sure, and I know that it doesn't seem like there is banner, but I'm sure there should be more banner. People getting grilled for this. When I walked in and my hairline was like, I went to a different barber and it was a little bit back. My whole day was my back.
Do you not run a business all about players?
Yeah, mentoring young players.
Mentoring young players and how they should be able to express themselves and do what they want outside
I hear that.
Football.
You're very right. But do you know what? Every player I speak to, young professionals, ex-professionals, the thing they miss is the banter and the camaraderie and the team, the family that they build when they're at clubs. And that is part of it. It's character building. Him walking in with it. Listen, I hope he scores. The confidence I have this. Let's see it on the pitch. Hope he scores when he gets his shots. Because this hair, for me, I don't know about you. You said you like it.
I'll be really honest. I don't care.
Okay, well...
I don't care. I just care about Aubameyang being happy and scoring goals. If this makes him happy, I'm happy for it.
All right, well, that's...
I'm sorry, I just don't... I see... I remember one season, I think it was Adebayor. He was banging in goals. And he got a haircut, and ever since then... the rest of that season, he struggled to score.
Yeah.
And he missed sitters and whatever. And I remember thinking, I was such an impressionable little kid, being like, oh, you know when you think of, what's the word?
what, like
Superstitions.
Yeah, superstitions.
When you're like,
yeah.
you're like, oh, it's because you don't have the goal scoring haircut.
Yeah, footballers live by superstitions. I'm sure many of you might not know. You may not know.
Yeah, but I have to like slap little younger me and be like, you're an idiot.
Younger you was right. Let me tell you.
Younger me is
I
not
promise
right.
you. I used to wear a tape on the bottom of my boots. Every time I did that, I played well. It became a superstition. I used to get absolutely bantered for it. But that is what players have superstitions. Raheem Sterling, I have the same barber as him. I'm going to check if I can say this. Yeah, I have the same barber as Raheem Sterling. He cut his hair when he had bunchies recently. It was an awful look. He should have got banned for that as well. But he cut them. And he said, let's see if the haircut change works. He's put a tweet up, scored 2 goals, scored a free kick, and he scored another goal. And he tweeted saying it was the hair. These are footballers have superstitions. It's a massive thing.
All right.
Sorry.
Go on, ask me your questions.
More discussion.
What else are we
Hold on, let me
chatting
just make sure I'm just...
That was so deep and analytical.
But listen, I want to talk about, we've got to talk about bits.
I didn't know any of this was coming.
I want to quickly touch on as well. I looked at some people's previews before today. Some big hitters, big media productions previews, and some channels. And some people were just saying things that I was just like, wow, I don't agree with that, and I would love to get your opinion. A lot of the topic was Arsenal's defence is where they're lacking. They've been poor. They concede goals. I admit we do by our own fault, but I wouldn't say we have a poor defensive record. I think they were saying a clean sheet. We have a clean sheet in 9 or 11 games, which is fair, but I wouldn't say our defence is poor, in my opinion. There's that one, and another thing, a topic, you may be able to guess what I watched from what I'm speaking about, but we have no leaders, which it annoyed me. I admit sometimes you might think we have the wrong leaders, and sometimes I don't think Aubameyang leads the team, but he does that by his goal scoring record. Obviously, he hasn't been great this season, but we definitely have leaders within the team. I can talk. Xhaka has mistakes in him, but he leads. He does lead. He always leads the team. He always leads where he can. David Luiz, a massive leader in my opinion. You always see him being vocal, starting the attack. Tierney. We can even talk about Odegaard, and I know he's not our signed player yet, but he's a national captain, and he leads. He leads when we watch him play. Don't know about your thoughts on that, James. Do we have leaders and our defensive record?
I think there exists in the media, in fandom, in anyone who discusses football a lot, and I think we're part of that as well.
Yes.
Certain cliches and stereotypes that follow clubs now, just because it's worked in the past and it was true in the past, so we stick with it. Arsenal's problems this season, and let's say Arsenal's problems under Arteta, have been the polar opposite problems to what we've had since our last Premier League title. What I mean is, Wenger took the team in a direction of silk. Just class, lovely football. Yep. Ultimately, if you played the best football, you're going to score the most goals, you're going to win the most matches, you're going to win the most titles. That was kind of the philosophy there. Yep. And he moved us away from Gilberto and Vieira to Fabregas, Denilson, Flamini, Song, Wilshere, your Nasri. Suddenly your winger didn't have to be someone charging up and down. Correct. And in fairness, actually, Pires and Lundberg maybe weren't that, but now you had a Nasri and an Arshavin and Sanchez, I suppose, your Ozils, and players who maybe lacked, and I tried to deny this as much as possible back then because I looked at the great Barcelona side who they played football at the top. They were unbelievable. Yeah. And they were so neat. They were so great to watch.
And efficient, yeah.
Yeah, and they're class players, but they weren't full of tough tackling bastards in midfield who kick players off the pitch.
Pressing headless chicken eaters and running around.
That was never the Barcelona kind of way. And so I always felt, no, if Arsenal get this right, if it clicks, you don't have to. But I definitely think there was a degree of maybe we lack a bit of steel. Maybe we lack someone who is up for the fight a bit more when things go, it sounds silly, but I look back at that Carling Cup defeat to Birmingham, and some of it's a really sad memory for Arsenal fans. Some of the moments in that game, I remember they had a striker who's 6'5", whatever, I forgot his name because I've just blocked it from my mind. I remember he didn't start games, but they went cup final, Arsenal are bad at set pieces, we're going to stick him up front. Yeah. Can you imagine facing Arsenal and going, well, we're not going to play our best striker. We'll play the one who's just going to bully them the most. And even the lack of concentration with their winning goal late on, and all this was kind of something that actually I don't think you see from this Arsenal team now. But I think this Arsenal team lacks. I think it's got leaders. I think Luiz is a leader. I think Gabriel is. I think Tierney is. I think Mari is. I think Partey, Jacquard.
Partey as well.
I think Aubameyang and Lacazette are. I really, by the way, I'm not just saying this, I really believe they are. I think Saka in many ways is showing a lot of leadership qualities.
Yeah. In his performances.
Odegaard's captain of Norway.
That's what I just said. That's what I said. Yeah, he's captain.
They've got Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
So, having said all that, though, we're lacking, and maybe it's coming back a little bit with Odegaard coming through and Smith Rowe, and we're lacking that zip, that class in the final third. And against West Ham, I saw some really good signs, but we're definitely lacking a bit of.
Is that a
something.
standard that's not being implemented from either the manager or just a player?
No, I think it just takes time to coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think you don't. The easiest football in the world to coach is sit back, 2 banks of 4,
and then just
defend.
Yeah.
Listen, I played at a really poor Sunday league level, but I mean, whatever. Everyone's capable footballers, and we played top of the table once, and we beat them 2-0, and we weren't very good. But how did we do that? Because we just sat back and defended for our lives for 90 minutes. But we coached really well. Did we have 5 sessions that week? Were we organised? No. Sometimes just like. Instinct kicks in. You go, I've got to defend for my life here.
Yeah.
And you can do that because kicking a ball anywhere but the goal is much easier than kicking the ball in the goal.
Yeah.
And I know that is such a stupidly simplified version of football, but it is true.
It's true.
I think what we're trying to do is harder, but Arteta's come in and addressed some of the really key areas. And I think we're looking better for it. I do think we're on the right track.
Well, thank you. That was
a hell of a long-winded one, but...
Just about to say.
You know.
But we got there.
I've just looked. We've got time to kill.
Yeah, we got time. Yeah, we got time. Okay, Arjun says Claude was a legend. Really sad since I heard the news. Sending love to AFTV and his family from India. Come on, Claude. Now make us a top team again from the top. That's a lovely message.
Oh wow.
Lovely message.
Yeah.
Thank you, Arjun. V again. The super chat says give Wenger credit here. I think he banked too much on Diaby and to replace Vieira, which is true with the injuries.
That is true. I think that's true.
He said Diaby, in my opinion, has one of the best opposition performances at Anfield that I've ever seen. 2013, I think.
He was quality. It was 20. It was actually 2012, 2013 season, 2012. But him, Cazorla, and Arteta in midfield.
Yeah,
but Diaby was something else.
He was a
against
class
Steven
player.
Gerrard in midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diaby's class, man. Injuries ruined him. What a player, man.
The real Janus says, I feel relatively confident. I think it's more because Liverpool isn't doing too well rather than us playing well. So I think people are relying on their downfall at the moment. That saying us, we're kind of, I say we're on the up. We've had some iffy performances, but I say we're on. We're building. We're going in the right direction, like I said previously. Now, there was a video I saw on Arsenal's Instagram of Thomas Partey scoring a one. I think we spoke about things like this before, like you're gonna show the best bits.
Yeah.
But it was a screamer, right, in training. And I was like, I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
he's practicing. Well, did you see the goal Leon he scored?
Yeah.
There you go.
They're
Goals from midfield are coming.
Don't
sit back, Liverpool.
They're in training.
We're doing them from distance now.
They're in training, but they are coming. They are coming.
Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, we're heading towards the end of the show.
I just wanted to jump in and say one last thing. And by the way, thank you so much to everyone for the super chat.
100%.
They've been amazing. And
I'm sorry if I've missed any. I don't believe I have, but sorry if I have.
No, but it's all
going to the right place.
Your super chats, sometimes they get missed, and normally, okay, that's whatever you spent out down the drain and all. No offense. Well, others have seen it, but But today they all go to something really important, so we really appreciate it. I just want to touch on, because I know you're going to just remind everyone of what they can do to help.
Yep.
But just want to mention our condolences to Lucas Torreira's mum, who passed away because of COVID-19. Like, so sad. I mean, this last year's just been
difficult.
Yeah, we're very lucky that football's carrying on and we can do this job and all that, but it's been difficult. So just want to pass condolences there. And obviously this is the anniversary of the passing of David Rocastle as well.
100%.
So I imagine Arsenal will probably do something for that.
They will be doing that today.
And you wanted to just touch on what everyone can do again.
Yeah, so before we end out here, guys, just going to give you a reminder again, at the 19th minute of today's game, as that was Claude's birthday, we'll stand up and doing a round of applause for him. We'll be doing it all here. You may not see us, but we'll be definitely as well, me and James. So if you can join us in that would be much appreciated, and I know Claude would love that. And also, there's a GoFundMe link in the description. Go check it out. Make sure you donate. It's all proceeds are going towards the family for the funeral costs. And again, the super chats, all of today, all going to the Claude's family again for the costs. It's been tough. It's been a tough week, and like that super chat did say, Claude, watch us down from the top, and hopefully we can Arsenal can feel some of his energy and get a win today, and they can continue in his memory. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we're back soon. Starting 11's coming up next.